Ladies and gentlemen, this is such an exciting week. Not only do we have an amazing, maybe because I made it, video intro, this is the first week I'm actually putting real production quality into any of these videos. I'm doing real editing. I'm super excited about it, so I can't wait to see how well it goes. And all that's left next is, audio quality, lighting, an actual room to record in, video equipment, tripods. I'm not really gonna dwell on it. It's not important. Today's topic: 7 things you can do to make your song suck a little bit less. Topic number 1 is kind of common sense, okay? Don't force it. What I mean by that is, when you start a song, you kind of have an idea of the direction you want it to go, and that's really important. It's actually probably the second most important thing about writing a song. However, so many people get so hung up on what they're doing with it that they really suffocate that song. The song itself is a living, breathing organism, and as you write, the song will kind of grow into itself, and that's really important, because like most living, breathing organisms, the more you force your opinions down their throat, they grow up without really any direction and a lot of daddy issues. Start with the idea that you want to take it in and ease it into that direction. For me, it's easier to just write. When my writing starts to slow down, or I start really having to think very hard about the sentences and the structure of the song, I tend to take a break from it. I just let it go. And that's okay. If you write the song so fast that you miss a few key points, it is your song. You can always go back later and fine-tune it. Which brings me to point number 2. Don't be afraid to let it marinate and just walk away. Again, just like your girlfriend said last night when you tried anal for the first time, don't force it, okay? This is really important. When you run into that writer's block and you can't take it any further, for me, it seems to be the second verse every time. I get everything I want out in the first verse, the chorus is on fire, and that second verse I'm really struggling to get together what I want to say. I take a break from it. I go, I get a drink of water, I play Call of Duty, take a shower, I work on another song, do heroin, just whatever it takes for me to reboot and come back to it later. And that being said, that doesn't contradict what I said in number 1, by the way. You're still not forcing it. You're taking the time to work the song out, as opposed to just grinding it out, pushing it, shoving in as many puns as you possibly can into the song until the song is dead inside. Like me a little bit. Number 3, I think, is the most important for me when I write a song. If I know I'm going to be writing lyrics, I try and work out a vocal melody in my head first. If it's something I have to hum that goes over the music, or, pick up a guitar, play a lead over it, whatever you have to do. When I write lyrics dry, without any form of melody behind it or direction for the melody that I want it to go, I end up having to chop and cut and splice and manipulate the lines that I wrote a lot to make them fit. I feel like it saves me a ton of time and effort and editing to just start with the vocal melody. That's the easiest for me. Number 4, you need to take your music and make it as broad as humanly possible. See, most people want to be able to relate to your music. And, like most women that love the dark, brooding, tall, mysterious guy, your songs can be that. If you are writing about fence posts, and that's just, you absolutely need this song to be about fence posts. Every line doesn't have to be a wood pun. You can hide the overall idea of the song inside the song. Songception, if you will. Tell me that shit wasn't clever as fuck. Songception. I'm going to make a whole video series on songception, I think. Now my little ADD moment's over. What's cool about that is, you want people to relate to your song as much as possible. And just because they don't necessarily get your vision of the song, as long as the vision's there, it shouldn't matter. It's really cool when somebody walks up to you and tells you what they think your song's about, and it's not at all what you intended for it to be, but they related to you on that level, and it's not something that you would have thought of in the first place. I always thought that was the coolest thing about songwriting. Guys, you're musicians, you're artists. I can't believe this is a topic, but it's obviously something that we have to cover. Make sure your song comes from a real and relatable place. And what I mean by that is not relatable to the listener, relatable to you. People write so many damn songs and they don't understand why people don't get it. Well, if you don't have the ability to feel that emotion, if you haven't experienced that situation, if you don't have a way to tie it into your song on a personal level, guess what, buddy? No one else is going to either, because it's going to feel fake and stupid. Nickelback. Some Creed songs, and I love Creed, but it's true. All Volbeat ever. Because I'm pretty sure, like, they have never lived the life of bloodthirsty Vikings. But, you know, it's whatever. Again, number 6. Blows my mind. But let your influences shine through. We're musicians. We have been listening to the music since the dawn of time. We started with Bowie and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Nirvana and Creed and whatever, and we ended with Infant Bloodbath Annihilating Death Squad 7 or whatever shit you're listening to now. But either way, all of those bands make up who you are. Put them in your music. Using your influences is a way to make your music sound like you. It'll sound relatable to you. It'll make the emotions that you put in the songs more you. And the more you put into the songs, the more your fans will recognize it. Last but not least, songs are not about showcasing your talent. If it's not something that you would listen to, don't write it. And what I mean by that is, unless you get off on a 27-minute guitar solo, which it's hard for me because I think I could. I think, is an oral orgasm a thing? Either way, the song needs to be about the song. Everything you write needs to be for the benefit of the song. If it's not for the benefit of the song, it's not going to be any good. And what it's going to do is overcrowd an amazing idea. Make sure that when you write it, it's something that you would listen to, and there are moments where you get to shine, you get to put it out there, but the real talent you're trying to showcase is how amazing a songwriter you actually are, not the wonderful guitar player that you want to be. Guys, I hope this episode has been remotely informative. I hope that I've helped in some way. I'm ready to see what you guys can do. Write me a song. Send it to me in video. I will comment on it. I want to see you guys put this stuff to use. This is a really solid foundation for getting you from that local level songwriter to that next tier, to start getting your material out there, to get people listening to it, to get recognized. Put them to use. I'm begging you. Anyway, guys, I've been Alex. You have been awesome. This has been a great day.